I'm from a grimy era, let's talk about it. Gotta keep a pole, can't walk without it. Did some things in the streets, but I won't talk about it. Seen some things in the streets, but I won't talk about it. I'm from a hood that's thorough, they don't play here. And they don't play on these blocks, it ain't a daycare. A new kid gets shot every day here. I guess that's why my heart colder than the rain there.
I felt disrespected, because nobody's going to take a $250,000 car from me.
Let alone a 5-cent piece of chewing gum.
Now, according to New York Post, it says Harlem rapper Cam'ron was shot in both arms early yesterday during a bungled carjacking in Washington, D.C., he told the Post. Cam'ron, 29, was back in New York last night with both arms in a sling after being treated at Howard University Hospital. The carjacker wearing a ski mask approached his blue Lamborghini at a traffic light and shot him, and the bullet went through his left arm and grazed his right. "Yeah, I got shot," a nonchalant Cam'ron said as he stepped off a plane at Teterboro Airport. "I drove myself to the hospital. 10 hours later, I'm back home." Cam'ron, who was alone in the car, had stopped at a traffic light about 2 a.m. when the carjacker ordered him to get out his car. When a defiant rapper hit the gas instead, the gunman fired a shot. Now, there's been a lot of speculation surrounding this shooting. On Cam'ron diss record to Jay-Z, he says he seen the shooter throw up the diamond before shooting him. And Dame Dash says Cam'ron was shot over playing Al Poe and paid in full.
But Cam went through a lot. You know, he got shot over that rope.
Now, we all heard back in 2003, Freekey was shot and his friend Eric Mangrum would be killed after a car accident and attempt robbery.
All of them got guns pulled out on me, grabbing my chain, telling me that they want my chain. I said, no. That's 4 guns, 4 different type of guns shooting at me.
I'm down, so I guess his man came and his man took the chain off my neck and threw it.
But that wouldn't be the only time that Zeke gets shot. Now, according to Freekey Zekey, he'll be shot in a church after stepping in for his friend who got punched in the face.
Like one time I got shot in church. They had a club in the church. I mean, somebody punched my man in the face and I ended up getting hit.
Freekey even goes on to say that he died for 34 seconds on an operation table before the doctors could bring him back to life.
Got shot in the church. I died on the table for 34 seconds.
Now, Zeke also says when he was shot in Chelsea during a botched robbery, he also died for 47 seconds before being revived. So basically, being that he was shot twice and he had to be revived, he felt like he was on his 3rd life. Now, when Zeke was shot in the church, he don't mention how many times he got shot or where exactly he got hit on his body, but he is lucky to be alive. Now, to all the young boys out there thinking the life of crime and the street life is all good, listen to these stories I'm telling from the DVD era in the late 90s, early 2000s. Before you jump off the sidewalk into that street, you probably can learn from their mistakes.
I was the only one that got hit because I was the only one that stood there. He shot at me twice. First one missed, and then he hit me in the leg.
Now, this whole shooting incident actually happened in October 2009. Now, I found an article on this where J.R. Writer explains things a little better, and it's actually from the XXL magazine on their website, so let's get into it. Last Saturday, Harlem rapper J.R. Writer was attacked and shot by 2 men outside a studio he had been recording at in the Bronx. J.R. has now spoken out about the incident and explains what happened that night. He says, "I was in front of the studio I've been recording out for the past 3 months in the Bronx when 2 bum dudes stepped at me and a couple of my dudes with guns. For what? I still have no idea." Ryder also explains that the men weren't trying to steal anything from him. He says, "They wasn't trying to rob nothing. They looked more like they was trying to kill something. None of us was strapped. We actually thought we was in a low spot in the BX. On top of that, we were coming there for the past 3 months with no problems, working on my album and new mixtape." When we saw the look in his face and heard him say, "Now what, now what?" it sounded more like a beef than anything else. So we got up out of there, he said. That's when he let off 2 shots our way, which one of the shots hit me and I dropped. He then started shooting at my peoples and running towards them. When I saw that, I was going to play dead, but I said hell no and picked myself up and got across the street to where my dog Platt was running back towards my way. The shooter looks back and see me limping across the street with my dog Platt and start running towards us like he was going to finish me off until I heard police sirens and he ran off.
I mean, if I get shot, it's on some street shit. I've been shot before, but like shot in my... Me? What I look like?
Dog, you got shot in your ass, dog. Last time you been in the Bronx.
They broke your hand. See, I grew up with French, so he actually knows a little bit of truth and a little bit of history. But yeah, I did get shot on some street shit. I did get shot, and my brother. Nah. It was funny, it was a cute rumor, but nah, that actually didn't happen though.
Shot me in my ass, kid. You can't even count.
Was shot in my back. Wasn't never shot in my hand, and mine had shot at some nigga in my hood, some rat nigga. They had shot at him the day before, and I ain't know that. And I just had pulled up to the block, and he had hopped out of a car and started shooting, and I got hit mistakenly. And being that we was on gangster time back then, I made him pay me for shooting me. You feel me? I made him pay me. He paid me like $25K. You feel me? And that was that.